Alright, kids, I feel like talking about a new Morgan Freeman movie today, and since I'm not touching anything that says from the director of Garden State without my hazmat suit, let's talk about The Ritual Killer. By the way, if you like Garden State, please comment below so I can have you arrested. The Ritual Killer, that's a terrible title. The only way that wouldn't have been a terrible title is if it took place in a town called Ritual, but it doesn't. The Muti Killer would have been much better. So this absolutely feels like a first draft of a screenplay. In the first few minutes, we're treated to a chase scene in Rome in which we never see who is being pursued because that would require effort. Then we go to a disconnected scene in which Morgan Freeman lectures some college students, and then another scene in which cop man Cole Hauser busts a pedophile in Mississippi. We don't know who these characters are or what's going on. It's horribly edited and confusing. So, Cop Man Cole Hauser turns out to be our main character, and he ends up on the trail of a serial killer who is killing in accordance with ancient African witch doctor rituals, which are supposed to give you superpowers. Morgan Freeman tags along because he's a professor in African studies. Periodically, we cut back to the cop in Rome who has a connection to all of this, but his scenes tasted like filler and could have easily been cut out. Freeman, despite the fact that his later years have found him in Redbox prison with John Travolta, gives a commendable performance and brings some class to this trashy flick. Former NFL player Vernon Davis played the villain and he wasn't bad at all. He was actually pretty intimidating in a scene in which he talks to a woman at a bar and is all friendly, but you know he's sizing her up as his next victim. Our leading man, Cole Hauser, though, man was he awful. I think he's supposed to be slowly coming unhinged as the case takes a toll on his sanity, but he was so wooden that I wanted to throw him in my fire pit. No, that's needlessly violent. He was so wooden that he could have won Best Animated Feature at the 2023 Oscars. Yeah, that's weird. He was not good. He did not give a good performance. The first draftiness nature feeling of the script hits its peak with the film's ending, which swings for shocking but lands in, huh? The motivation of characters get all lost, and the final shot is a Nicholas Winding Refn ripoff. Overall, I'll say The Ritual Killer was worse than The Neon Demon, but better than Garden State. I will give it a 3 out of 10.